Well, hi guys, welcome back to Westcliff Koi Pond. I know I've been away a while, but for the last 10 days I've been out in Greece. And if I was to say it's one of the worst 10 days I've had in my life, I won't be exaggerating. Had a severe case of dehydration, and I ended up in hospital on Sunday afternoon, the Sunday just gone. So I think I went into hospital about 3:30 in the afternoon, and we got back to the hotel about 9:30, I think. But I must say they looked after me very well. Chest x-rays, ECGs, he'd come out and said, well, he said all your blood tests have come back fine, everything looks clear. He said, but how do you feel? I said, well, I still feel dizzy and I've got diarrhea, you know. He went, right, you're going to have a brain scan. Well, no sooner as he said brain scan, a wheelchair arrived and I was whisked off to the x-ray unit where they done a brain scan, and the results came back within 10 minutes. He said, well, good, all good, all clear. Well, I was quite pleased with that, because in 2012 I had subarachnoid hemorrhage, where they whisked me off to Romford Hospital, the Queen's, and I had 3 platinum coils put in my brain to stop the bleed. And because of the dizziness, I thought one of them had come loose, or it was leaking somewhere, you know. So all pleased there. Everything came back all clear. Doctors was all good. Nurses were very, very rough. Very rough. Because I'm on long-term steroids, the skin on my arms is very thin. You see with these old chaps with like the big bruises on their arms. That's how I am. Well, the nurse grabbed hold of my arm when I went in, trying to get a cannula in. They was taking blood pressures. Well, it was terrible. So I've got some nice bruises on my arms. I've got them covered up at the moment because I've been out working in the garden. So I've got gauntlets on at the moment. Oh look, the auto feeder's just gone off, and the feeding time at the farm. Jesus. Now, while I've been away, this is all that the pond has had. It's just had an auto feeder on there. I've removed the filter floss from the backy showers, because I know if it's not cleared every day, it overflows. So I took the filter floss out. So that is all it's had. It's had the auto feeder on and nothing else. So when I come home, I was absolutely dreading walking through that back door. I thought the pond was going to look like pea soup. It didn't. It looked really just as it is now. That's pretty clear. It was a little bit murky because obviously it had no filter floss in there to take up any fines. But apart from that, all good. I was expecting possibly even a couple of fatalities, you know. Yeah, so getting back to my holiday. The hotel itself was absolutely beautiful, lovely. Your reception area was fantastic. All the breakfasts were good. You could have virtually anything you wanted. But when they took us up to the room, it was on the first floor, looking out onto a flat roof and a load of solar panels. I said, you got nothing else? No, she said, we're fully booked. There was two wedding dues going on there, so they'd taken up all the rooms. There's no rooms available. And it tops up, there's no aircon. The air conditioning unit had stopped working. So during the night, the temperature in the room was just rising and rising. It was going up 26, 27 degrees. And with my breathing problems, COPD, I was obviously, I was getting hotter and hotter, I was sweating more, and just lost all the salts out of my body. So before they let me leave hospital, he put me on a saline drip for an hour just to top up my salt levels in my blood. It took me a couple of days to get over it, to be quite honest, and I still can't say that I feel 100% now. But getting there, slowly but surely. As long as I'm kept working in the garden. My wife won't let me rest too long, you know what I mean? Look at that grass, I've cut the grass. I've hung up my washing. Pleased to say I've got my filter floss back in. I've got my skimmer back working. All well, the fish are absolutely starving. I do like to keep them hungry, to be quite honest. Keep them mean, keep them keen. You know what I mean? I think that's the plan, isn't it? But apart from that, all's well. So this is my first video out, I think, for what, 2 weeks? It's got to be 3 weeks. I think while we've been away, I think we've had some real hot, stinking weather. I mean, we was out there we had a couple, 2 or 3 days, I think, it was 33 degrees, but mainly it was like 25s, 27s. And again, once I got back from the hospital, they decided that another room had become available. So the last 2 days of my holiday, they moved us up from the first floor to the 3rd floor. Beautiful air conditioning. I could sleep at night. I could leave the balcony doors open all night long. I could turn the air conditioning off. It was just lovely laying there, beautiful. So, as I say, it was a beautiful, beautiful hotel. Kefalonia Grand. If anyone ever goes there, just make sure that your aircon's working in the rooms before you let them walk out on you. See, they're not happy with their food. Nutrimare they're on. They're not happy with that. Now they're trying to eat the trees and bushes and... I think I might have to up their feeding. I've got them on feeding from 6, 12 and 6. And whatever they're getting on there, I don't know. I think that's the ice setting, 3 ampules or whatever it is. Seems a lot, but the way they've devoured it, they're just devouring it in, well, a couple of minutes, it's gone. So I've just had a couple of little pump outs. I had 2 pump outs yesterday. I'm going to do another 2 pump outs today. purely because the pH was slightly raised and the nitrite was slightly raised. Nothing to worry about, but I say nothing. Everything's all behaving itself, so everything's quite happy in there. Even me big boy. So I'm going to leave this one here. Just going to thank everybody for the views I've been getting, and a couple of more subscribers. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. No one left their name on the subscribers, so I can't really give them a shout out. Any more subscribers would be much appreciated. And if any of you guys are away on holiday shortly, hope you all have a great time on holiday. And just make sure that your room's got air conditioning, because you don't want to dehydrate yourself. So I'm going to leave that one there, guys, and wish you all the best, and hope you enjoy the weather, or should I say the cold weather. Evidently we've got rain and wind coming in, so it'll make a nice change from the heat, won't it? So I'll leave that one there, and I shall get back to you a little bit quicker than I've done on the last one. I won't leave it 3 weeks anymore. Anyway, cheers guys, all the best.